It's probably one of the oldest schools in the National Capital District, and year by year the girls at Marinville Secondary School never fail to put up a stunning performance, whether in or out of the classroom. Staging a cultural day is no different. Constance Koriwa spent her Saturday with the ladies, and this is what they came up with.
It was colorful as usual as provincial groups all dressed up, turning out in their vibrant traditional attire at the Marinville Secondary School's Cultural Show 2016. The all-girls school located just outside Port Moresby has developed young women over the past years in education and capacity building. As the provincial groups took the arena, each of their attire and dance routines were showcased and explained to the audience.
This cultural show, it's one of the annual events that biannually the SRC used to raise funds for the school, and the funds that they raise go towards their projects. Like there are some projects that the school takes on, and the other projects that students and parents help to build. So today's cultural show, it's really the biggest crowd ever. Since I've been here, this is my 14th year, and this is the 8th cultural show that I've organized for Marinville alone. Previously, they used to have cultural shows with De La Salle. And in the 70s, 60s and 70s, they used to have them in the nights, and in the 80s and 90s during the day. But 2002 to 2016, Marinville now has their own cultural show.
From the 22 provinces, from the mainland to the islands of PNG, all proudly showcasing their magnificent cultures and traditions through dancing and sing-sings. Mrs. Antonia Hape, who is the school's event coordinator, when asked about the significance of this year's cultural show.
The significance of this year's cultural show is simply because it coincides with our 50th anniversary. And cultural show is one of the events, traditional events, apart from the quest and other Western, cultures that the girls do whilst attending this school. So that's why we have this for two reasons. One, to commemorate our 50th anniversary as one of the events for the month-long celebration, and the other is for the school SRC to raise funds.
The colors and dance routines varied as each provincial group entered the arena. All but the not-so-popular Goilala group from the Central Province was the crowd stealer. Mrs. Harper stated that observing such an event is important as it links us back to our roots and heritage, especially for young women who will be future mothers and the backbone of a family, society, and the country as a whole.
Cultural shows are important because they help us to preserve our culture. With a lot of Western influence and social influence from outside, we need to teach our students. And girls, it's important because if you teach a woman, you educate a family, and in the end, a nation is educated. So we want our culture to linger. As this is our 50th year, and this cultural show is the biggest from the 8th cultural show that I've organized since here. And I've seen that the turnout is really good, so I really would like to thank the parents, especially for supporting their daughters that have passed through Marinville and who helped us a lot.
Island girl, dedicated to my island. Southern girls. Oh, I love the way you twirl. I just want you in my world. Island girl, island girl. You're my diamonds and my pearls. Baby, you're my island girl. Northern girl, northern girl. Dedicated to my northern girls. Oh, I love the way you twirl. I just want you in my world. Northern girl, northern girl. Voleremo más you plus stop before. You're my diamonds and my pearls. Baby, you're my northern girl. Highlands girl, Highlands girl. Dedicated to my Highlands girls. Oh, I love the way you twirl. I just want you in my world. Highlands girl, Highlands girl. You're my diamonds and my pearls. Baby, you're my Highlands girl. Southern girl, Southern girl. Dedicated to my Southern girls. Oh, I love the way you twirl. I just want you in my world. Southern girl, Southern girl. You're my diamonds and my pearls. Baby, you're my Southern girl.
A colourful display of tradition and provincial pride. Thanks, Constance, for that story. Next, the NBC National News headlines with Antonia Singled.
Good afternoon. On tonight's bulletin, Police Commissioner says there will be no protest in the city tomorrow. Major supermarket in Port Moresby loses thousands of kina to opportunists, and Acting Education Secretary urges schools to conduct normal classes tomorrow. Join me and the news team for the details and more at 6 o'clock.
Thanks, Antonia.